Live from Houston, Texas, the humidity capital of the world, it's time for Money for Lunch, where we feed your brain and your business with supersized portions of business and financial news. Now your host, Bert Martinez.
We're speaking with Richard Hastings. We're going to be talking about you and your rights. Mr. Hastings concentrates his practice on the area of personal injury and litigation, has been named one of the top 100 trial lawyers in Connecticut by the National Trial Lawyers Association. Mr. Hastings is a member of the $1 Million Advocates Forum, which is one of the most prestigious groups of trial lawyers in the U.S. He has also been named a Connecticut super lawyer. Richard Hastings, welcome to Money for Lunch.
Hi, Bert. It's nice to be here.
All righty. Well, you know what? I'm always intrigued by this. I think a lot of people are confused, or at least they don't know everything they should know about personal injury. You know, everybody makes fun of these attorneys that advertise on TV, but the reality is, you know, if it wasn't for the attorney's ability to advertise on TV, a lot of people would not be served by these attorneys, correct?
That's very correct. In fact, most people don't know what they don't know. So many times people will get involved with attempting to represent themselves in their own personal injury case, and it will become abundantly clear to them very early on that they're in way over their head. And at that point in time, it might be too late to undo some of the damage that they've done. So that's
Absolutely.
why it's very important that they get in touch with a personal injury attorney at the earliest possible moment.
Now, my understanding is, I mean, you know, you're a syndicated legal columnist. You've written like 12 books, and then one of the things I noticed is that one of the books that you have published, you co-authored with a former insurance adjuster, and you have sold this as an ebook for almost $800 to personal injury attorneys throughout the country. Tell me a little bit more about that. Walk me through this book.
Certainly. A friend of mine is a former insurance adjuster for a multinational insurance company. And he and I got together on a number of occasions, and we started to compare notes about what insurance adjusters do and what they're taught by their companies to attempt to pay attorneys less money for their clients' injury cases. So what we did is we sat down and we did this collaboration of writing this book, and it's called Adjuster Secrets, and it's found at adjustersecrets.com. And basically it tells you the tips and techniques that insurance companies use to try to pay you less money for your client's case. And we tell you how to go about rectifying that and what you can do to get your clients more money.
Man, I love that. I love that. All right, let me ask you this. I also read that you have a business method patent pending on a personal injury system which you developed. Tell me a little bit about that.
Certainly. I've written a number of books, and I'm all about educating the consumer, because the best thing you can give to somebody who's been injured is information. And then based upon that information, they can go off and make some intelligent decisions as to how they want to proceed. So one of the books I've written is called The Crash Course on Personal Injury Claims. So I am making that book available to personal injury attorneys across the country. They can license the book. They can brand the book with their own firm's name on the front. So that is the cornerstone for the program that I put together, which is called the Personal Injury File Acquisition Method, Client Education Program, and Case Referral System. So you have to understand that personal injury law is one of the most competitive businesses there are out there. So what you want to do is, in most businesses, is differentiate yourself from your competition. You want to have a unique selling proposition. So what this book does is it allows the attorney to place it on their website and offer it to consumers for free. So a consumer who's been injured in an accident can go and download this book. The book will tell you what to do. It will tell you what not to do. It'll tell you how to get better medical care. It'll tell you how to get better quicker. It'll tell you how to develop your lost wage claim. And it'll tell you what you need to do to help your attorney get you more money. So the second component of that is the education part. There's a client education program. And this consists of an email drip campaign that provides letters and special reports to the client about what to do and how to help the attorney get them more money. And then the third part of that program is it teaches the attorney how to get referral sources of business from both their spheres of influence and from other professionals in the area. So it accomplishes a great number of objectives, not the least of which is getting more business for the personal injury client, educating the client, and helping to get more money for the client.
You know, and what I like about this, Richard, is really what you're talking about is obviously a marketing campaign that can be applied. You know, it's obviously specifically for the personal injury attorneys, but some of the things you're talking about can be applied to almost any business. You talked about giving away, you know, a free report or a free ebook. That's obviously going to capture somebody's name and email. They're raising their hand. They're obviously interested in this ebook because they've been in a either them personally or somebody they know has been injured in a case, so they're obviously very interested in knowing how to solve this problem that they have. You mentioned a drip campaign of emails going out to this consumer, again, to stimulate them to get involved with the attorney. I think that's a phenomenal business method, and attorneys, like lawyers, are typically terrible marketers.
You know, and it's funny, I was listening to your prior guest, and we talk about what you don't learn in school. And when you go to law school, you learn a lot of theoretical things. Like you'll learn all about estate and trust, and you'll learn about the rule against perpetuities, but you won't learn how to draft a will. You won't learn how to draft a trust. Similarly, you won't learn the first thing about marketing legal services. It's something that there is a great need for people to go out and learn about and utilize, especially in this area of a very, very highly competitive process.
Absolutely. You know what, and the reality is that if you're in business, most likely you're already in a competitive business. You mentioned personal injury. You know, there's, you know, just about any area of law is very competitive. It's got a mature market. You got thousands of people that you're competing with in your own, you know, area, your own city. So if you're not marketing and if you don't know how to do it well, you're going to go out of business. You're going to suffer financial hardship. You're going to probably just suck up.
And it's true. You could be the best personal injury lawyer out there, but if people don't know that, they're not going to find their way to your door or to your website, and they're not going to hire you.
Right. You know, and I think that that's, again, one of those marketing myths. I think it was Waldo Emerson or Emerson Waldo, somebody who said that if you build a better mousetrap, the world will be the path to your door.
Right.
And that's not true. I mean, you know, McDonald's to me is a great example. They're not the best burgers. They're not even the best food, but they know how to market, and they do it well, and therefore they sell more food than anybody.
Right. It's about perceived value. I mean, people will generally buy from people where they perceive some great value. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's the perception.
Let me ask you this. You know, here you practice law, now you're teaching other lawyers how to market law. What's the most rewarding part of your practice today?
It has to be the fact that so many people come to us who are damaged or injured, or they have some type of calamity that occurs in their life which absolutely turns it upside down. You know, they're full of fear. They're full of anxiety. They don't know what to do. You know, they can't pay their bills. It's almost, you know, it smothers them with fear.
Right.
And what we're able to do is we're able to say, we will take care of this, because we tell our clients, once you retain us, you have one job, and that job is to get better. We'll handle everything else. And what it does is it allows people to breathe a sigh of relief, and it allows them to have a very powerful advocate to go to bat for them and to fight for them. And what we do is we can make significant changes in people's lives based upon what we do. And it's so very rewarding to have people say to you at the end of their case, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you.
I love it. I love it. Richard Hastings, personal injury expert, personal injury attorney, as well as a marketing attorney. Thank you for stopping by and sharing today.
Thanks, Bert.
You bet.
Tune in Monday through Friday here on Money for Lunch, and check out our website at moneyforlunch.com.